everybody, welcome to your weekly video fit tip with your host as always, Anthony Scire with Anthony Scire Fitness. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about plyometrics. What is plyometrics and how can you add it into your exercise routine? Now plyometrics, I'm sure maybe a lot of people have heard, it's a big buzzword in the fitness industry. Plyometrics, people have plyometric training, adding plyometrics with their clients. And really, in the simplistic terms, plyometric is just jump training. That's all it is. You ever watch your kids in the living room or outside, see them jumping off the couch onto the couch? That's plyometrics. Think about when you were a kid. You probably did the same thing. Climbing up trees, jumping off a branch, or climbing up on the roof, jumping off the roof thinking you're Superman. Hopefully you didn't hurt yourself. But I used to jump off my parents' bed all the time. I used to jump back on it. I was doing plyometrics, jump training. The East Germans and Eastern Bloc European countries made plyometric. They've been using it for many, many years, but again, it's just jump training. So, when you run, when you jog, that's a form of jump training because you are going from one leg to the next, transferring. That's a form of jump training. When you do any type of skipping, that's a form of jump training. So those are good beginner type forms of jump training. And if you jump up onto a platform, step back down, that's another nice way to add plyometrics, jump training into your routine because it really jazzes the central nervous system. Great for power, and just adding some different components in your workout routine. Now, athletes out there, plyometrics is important, but it's how you progress and how you use them. But we're not going to get into that. I'm just going to talk about how you can add something very simple, a vertical jump, into your routine, which is a form of jump training, plyometrics. So here we have my handy-dandy wall here. You could use any wall. If you don't have a wall, if you're outside, you don't have to. You could use the side of a tree. Be creative. Use your environment. So, vertical jump. Great, you could use your shoes, or you could take your shoes off. I like to take my shoes off, but right now I don't feel like taking them off, so I'm going to use my shoes. So whether shoes on, shoes off, whatever your comfort level is. The most important thing with any plyometric or jump training is your landing. When you land, you want those knees pointed straight ahead, tracking over the first and second toe. You don't want those knees knocking in like this or collapsing in. You also want to be able to bend at the knees as you land. Think of your body as a spring, but then when it lands, it's got to absorb that shock. So you're a shock absorber. You want to bend at the knees instantaneously. You want to land on that mid-foot. So, our vertical jump, and this is a controlled vertical jump. So, we're going to start with our feet fairly close together. We're just going to slightly bend at the knees, push those hips back. You're going to bring your arms up overhead, because think when you jump, we do this. We want to get nice momentum, the swing through, the follow through, so the jump ready position is here. But we're going to start with our hands up overhead, then we bring them through, and we jump up, and we touch the wall, come back down. Now, as you see, I wasn't very cognizant of my landing, so you want to be cognizant of that landing. So here we go. I'm going to be more aware of my landing on this one. Soft. There you go. Here we go again. So, arms up overhead. Here. Soft landing. So you see, I'm not going deep into my back. I'm not getting way down here. Because think of basketball players. When they stop, boom, they pop back up. There's a form of plyometric. It's that energy. Boom, they're right up. And they're not going deep into the movement. They're using their power from their feet up all the way through their legs, hips, exploding up. So, controlled jump. Now, if you're outside or you don't have a wall to use, you could just do a controlled jump like this. Two hands, land softly. Now we'll go with my right hand. Land softly. Set myself, so always set yourself. Left hand, land softly. So, controlled vertical jumps. Add to your training today as a form of plyometric training. Remember, be safe, progress from beginner to more advanced. Get that progression down before you move to anything more complicated. If you're using a trainer or you're in sports and you're doing this type of training, ask more questions. Find out exactly what feels right, what doesn't for you, because you don't want to do too much plyometric training. This isn't something you do every day, really. So it's really small bouts of it in a controlled manner. Unless you're an athlete where you're doing more explosive stuff, we're not getting into that. Nice easy form of plyometrics, some vertical jumps. Add them in your exercise routine today. Boy, do I love to talk sometimes. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see everybody next week. Take care, everybody.